What is it today? It's the first day of fall. It was a beautiful day here in Southern California and made only more beautiful by the hammer of justice pounding down on our pumpkin spice ex-president, who no doubt had a very unpleasant day. Yesterday, the morning brought allegations from the New York Attorney General against almost the whole Trump family. Later last night, an appeals court ruled that the investigation into the classified documents he hoarded can go on. That meant it was damage control time. And so Trump summoned his trusty hype man, Sean Hannity, for a good old-fashioned hand job. Trump claims he declassified those documents the FBI found at Mar-a-Lago using special powers no one imagined any human ever had.
What was your process to declassify?
There doesn't have to be a process, as I understand it. You know, there's different people say different things, but as I understand, there doesn't have to be. If you're the president of the United States, you can declassify just by saying it's declassified, even by thinking about it.
Even by thinking about it, using the power of his mind, he can declassify documents. What he does is he puts a candle in an Egg McMuffin, makes a wish, blows it out, and the documents become declassified. Hocus pocus. And I have to say, Sean Hannity really outdid himself here. He had no follow-up to that. His approach was basically, show me on the doll where the FBI investigated you. Trump has moved the goalposts so far now, they're not even in the stadium anymore. Let me just recap his arguments about these documents here. First, he claimed the FBI planted evidence. Then he demanded the FBI give back the evidence they planted, which makes no sense. Then he claimed he had a standing order to declassify any documents he took out of the Oval Office, which was confirmed by no one who worked for him, because there's a formal process for how you declassify documents. So now Donnie Cochran's new argument is that he can close his eyes and magically declassify just by thinking about, like Harry Houdummy, he's able to make things happen. And if Trump actually had the power to change things just by thinking about them, Don Jr. would have turned into a Big Mac 30 years ago, okay? And by the way, even if he did have the power to declassify this information, it doesn't matter. It's illegal for him to take any presidential records from the White House without permission. It's illegal. So he's the victim here. He did the whole wow routine about them searching Barron's bedroom, Malaria's shoe dungeon, what a violation it was to their privacy. And he also believes the FBI may have in their possession some top secret family files.
They took a lot. I think they took my will. I found out yesterday. I said, where is it?
Am I in it?
I think they took my will. Could cause a lot of problems.
No.
That could cause a lot of problems if that gets published from people that won't be so happy, or maybe will be very happy.
Okay.
Yeah, it would cause a lot of problems because you'd have to explain to Eric why he's not in it. And where are the tax returns he promised? Is that audit still going on? Trump may have damaged himself bigly in this interview. He seems to have admitted to things he had no reason to admit to, but when he's on a roll, the stuff he's throwing out there, this one might be the craziest idea he's ever had. And that's coming from a man who thinks windmills cause cancer.
There's also a lot of speculation because of what they did, the severity of the FBI coming and raiding Mar-a-Lago. Were they looking for the Hillary Clinton emails that were deleted, but they are around someplace? Were they looking for the spying on Trump's...
You don't say you had it.
No, they may be saying, they may have thought that it was in there.
Okay.
Huh? The FBI came to his house looking for Hillary Clinton's emails that were deleted, which, how could there even be emails if they were deleted? And how would they get into his house? Did Hillary sneak in after midnight and stuff them under his pillow like the email fairy or something? At this point, even QAnon is like, what are you talking about? But Sean Hannity just nods along. I mean, you have to hand it to Sean. When life gives him felons, he makes felonade.
You mentioned the word prosecute. I don't think prosecute. I don't think this is prosecutable. Under the Presidential Records Act, there's no retribution or prosecution. You're supposed to negotiate. We're talking about documents. I can't imagine You mentioned the word prosecution. I don't hear the word prosecution.
No, I'm saying they didn't prosecute them.
No, but I don't see how they could prosecute me. How do you prosecute somebody?
But they didn't raid their homes.
No,
they raided this
They
home.
certainly didn't raid their homes. They certainly didn't raid their homes. And when Hillary broke up all her phones with the hammers, and they did the bleach pit, all the things that happened were incredible.
He did the bleach pit. The bleach pit. Isn't that where the kids on 90210 hung out at the bleach pit? The important thing is, Trump wants you to know the FBI came in looking for Hillary's emails, and while they were there, they planted documents, stole his will, and probably the Playboys under Barron's bed. And also, he's telepathic, like Professor X. And this is only one of his problems right now. The 11th Circuit Court of Appeals yesterday ruled that former presidents are not permitted to have classified documents without approval. He got dock-blocked by them. Turns out, even a conservative-leaning appeals court did not find his argument that you can declassify documents by clicking your heels together 3 times to be legally binding. But the ruling was a unanimous decision made by 2 judges who were nominated by Trump and 1 who was nominated by Obama. So at least he's bringing people together, I guess. And that special master that he wanted so badly, that's not going his way either. And 4 Republican senators aren't buying his magic power to declassify either, including his sweet little darling Lindsey Graham, who, oh my goodness, you can tell this is getting to Trump. And also to the whole family. I heard reports Erica started wetting the bed again. The whole family's up in arms, lashing out at the New York Attorney General. Don Jr.'s lucky fiancée, Kimberly Guilfoyle, was on Newsmax, where she delivered yet another one of her classic zingers there.
It's not a good time to be running for Attorney General with a D after your name, I wouldn't suspect. Talk about that.
Well, she has an I after her name, incompetent. That's what it is. And let me tell you something. She should actually prosecute herself because she's nothing but a stalker of Donald Trump. That's the only thing she seems to be good at.
I do like her Halloween costume. And by the way, that dude wasn't the only angry Trump-in-law today. Lara Trump was out standing by her man, too.
Letitia James has such vitriol and hatred for anyone with the last name Trump that she decided to investigate my husband's charity, despite the fact that it had one of the lowest expense ratios of any private charity in America. And unfortunately, guess who was hurt by that? It wasn't my husband. It's the kids of St. Jude. Who knows how many kids have died unnecessarily thanks to her investigation and her just vitriol and hatred for anyone with the last name Trump.
Yeah, I know how many. 0. The answer is 0. Okay, none of them. By the way, next week we are taking a big family road trip to Brooklyn. We've got shows Monday through Friday at BAM, the Brooklyn Academy of Music. Guillermo, we've sent him ahead. He was en route. He's eating and especially drinking his way across the country. And tonight, he's in Boston, right outside the Cask and Flagon Bar. Hey, Guillermo. I heard you had a big lunch.
Oh my God, it was amazing, Jimmy.
What did you have?
I had a clam chowder, I had lobster roll, I had a mac and cheese, I had a buffalo wings, and a Reuben.
Wow. And I see a big crowd came out to visit you there in Boston.
Yeah, a lot of people, Jimmy.
That's Fenway. Yeah. Oh, I do hear people. All right. So you're outside. The Red Sox, I guess, are on the road. They're playing the Yankees tonight, right?
Yeah, they're in New York right now. That's why there's nobody there.
Well, take us into the bar where the people are, and let's meet some of the folks there who are, I assume, watching the game right now. This is a very popular Red Sox bar there, the Cask and Flagon. It's been around for how many years has it been around, Guillermo? Oh, look at that. Wow. Hey, what's your name? How you doing? Oh, that's a beer. What's your name? I said,
Jimmy, my name is Mario Guzman.
Are you excited about Aaron Judge going for number 61 tonight?
Absolutely not.
Guillermo is on his way to New York. Is there a message you want to give to the Yankees fans there?
I would love to, but there's a lot of explicitives, so I'm going to try to keep it family friendly.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. That's good. Yeah, it's still early. All right. Who else is there, Guillermo? I know we have a celebrity on hand.
Right here.
One of
Hey, Guillermo.
yes,
Hi,
Lenny
how are
Clark,
you?
one of the treasurers of Boston. A comedy legend. Hey, Lenny. I was with Bill Burr last night, and we were speaking fondly of you.
Well, thanks, Jimmy. I've been trying to teach Kimmel how to speak Boston.
You have? What did you teach him? Has he learned anything?
I parked my car in the Harvard Yard.
I parked my car in the Harvard Yard.
After this, we're gonna go to a party at Ramada. It's gonna be wicked pisser.
After this, we're gonna go to a party. It's gonna be whiskey.
Hey, Jimmy, Jimmy, I gotta ask you a favor.
Yes.
I live in Martha's Vineyard, and we've been getting a bad rap. He doesn't have to be in New York until what, Monday?
Yeah.
I want to take him home with me and the bus.
Oh.
I got a guy at the ferry who put the bus on. We're going to Martha's Vineyard, and we're going to play naked volleyball.
I like it. I like that idea a lot.
It's going to be, and you can come next year.
Okay.
But we're taking on all comers. Alan Dershowitz is there. Big boy. But we can do this.
Oh, I would love to play nude volleyball with Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just don't want him tripping you up.
Well, thank you, Lenny. Lenny, will you do me a favor and make sure Guillermo is at least sober enough to get back on the bus?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I got a guy at the ferry who'll make it happen. No
Okay,
problem.
great. Lenny's got a guy at the
And he can
ferry,
stay-
everybody.
He can stay with me. You can pull a bus right up in my... I got a big estate, Jimmy. I married wealthy again.
Well,
You'll love it.
thank you, Lenny. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
you know what I did, Jimmy? I got Guillermo some, they call Boston Beantown. No one calls it Beantown.
Right.
But I got Guillermo Boston's best baked beans for the bus.
Oh, and what an appetizing name, BM.
I don't know. No one knows. And for you, you got a lot of fans. You got a lot of fans here in Boston, Jimmy. And Cigar God has sent you a beautiful cigar.
Oh, thank you. All right. I'll take that. Sure. Thank you, Lenny. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you, Jim.
Lenny Clark and Guillermo, the new team there in Boston. I like it. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you this weekend. One more thing before we move on. We get to our guests. It's Thursday night. That means it's time to bleep and blur the big TV moments of the week. Whether they need it or not, it is This Week in Unnecessary Censorship.
The first time that I the Queen was visiting London.
The former president criticized FBI agents for not off their in his bedroom.
Vladimir Putin is going to try to your.
Sure he is.
Well, an executive with Beyond Meat is accused of biting a man's.
And a lifetime ago, I actually did a little remote down there, and I Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant at
Yes.
the feast. And it all paid off because I got to off the sausages.
He is very much in shape, and when you watch him, you can tell that even when he has these big, he's got the gas to back it up, Paul.
I love that.
Gainesville police officers arrested 29-year-old David last night.
I am going to on somebody's somewhere in America, and I'm not going to tell you where.
Can you tell me the state?
Nope.
And as Republican leader of the House Agriculture Committee, I'd like to remind us all to a farmer the next time you crack open a cold one.
And autumn is going to come in my friend's here button. It's not going to feel like it.